Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever dreamed about studying in Europe? Like really studying there without breaking the bank? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into what might just be your golden ticket, the fully funded Slovak Government Scholarship. This is your guide, your first big step, so let's get into it.
So here's our game plan. We're going to cover everything in 6 simple steps. We'll start with why you should even consider Slovakia, then get into the good stuff, what the scholarship covers. We'll talk eligibility, your application checklist, how to do it all online, and finally, some pro tips to help you succeed. Let's do this.
All right, first up, why Slovakia? I mean, before we even think about applications and all that paperwork, let's talk about the dream. What makes this country such an amazing place to study?
Okay, so just look at these benefits. First off, its location is just perfect. You're literally in the heart of Europe, making it an awesome home base for weekend trips. Plus, it's one of the safest countries out there. And the cost of living? It's way lower than what you'd find in Western Europe, so your money goes a lot further. And we're not talking about just any schools here. These are recognized public universities. And yeah, they offer plenty of degree programs completely in English. Okay, so maybe you're thinking Slovakia sounds pretty cool. Well, now we get to the really good part. What does fully funded actually mean? Let's dig into the money, the offer, the whole package.
You heard that right. Your tuition fees, 100% covered. Gone. That's usually the biggest financial hurdle for students, and this scholarship just wipes it off the table. That's a huge deal because it means you can actually focus on your studies instead of worrying about debt.
But wait, there's more. On top of free tuition, they actually pay you to live there. You get a monthly stipend for all your living expenses. So for bachelor's and master's students, you're looking at 700 euros a month. And if you're a PhD student, it jumps up to a massive 1,100 euros a month. That is very generous.
And it just keeps getting better. The support is seriously comprehensive. They'll cover your round-trip flights to get you there and back. You get public health insurance, which is crucial. They'll even help you find a place to live. Oh, and you also get access to the Erasmus Plus programs, which means you could potentially study in another European country for a semester. It's an incredible package.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. This sounds almost too good to be true. So let's get down to it, the reality check. Are you eligible? Let's find out. The first couple of rules are pretty simple. You can't be a Slovak citizen, obviously, and you can't have been living in Slovakia since the beginning of 2020. This scholarship is really meant for new students coming from abroad. All right, so the residency stuff is easy enough. But what about the academics? You know, the important part. What kind of grades or test scores do you need to actually get in? And here it is, the one number that could make or break your entire application, 1,100. That's the minimum score you need on the SAT. Now, this is a huge deal, especially for students who aren't familiar with the American system, because the SAT might not even be on your radar. So knowing this right now is absolutely critical. So for anyone who's like, what on earth is the SAT? Don't worry. It's basically a standardized test that a lot of universities use. It just checks your skills in math, reading, and writing. The total score is 1,600, so that 1,100 minimum is the magic number you've got to aim for. Okay, so you think you're eligible, you know about the SAT, now what? It's time to get organized. Let's build your application checklist. These are the absolute essentials. All right, here's your list. You've got the online form, your CV, a motivation letter, your transcripts, recommendation letters, that SAT certificate, and a copy of your passport. Now, I want you to look closely at the words signed CV and signed motivation letter. This is super important. You can't just type your name. We're talking about a physical signature. I'll explain exactly what that means in a bit. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the online application itself. It can seem a little intimidating, but don't worry. We've laid out a simple action plan based on the official portal, scholarships.ssk. So here's how it goes. First, you register for an account and activate it through your email. Simple. Then you fill in all your info, personal details, family, what you want to study, all that stuff. Then, and this is the part everyone messes up, you download the application form that you just filled out. You're going to print it, physically sign it with a pen, and then scan it so you can upload it again along with all your other documents. I'm going to say this again because it is so important. This is probably the #1 reason people's applications get rejected. You have to download the application form, your CV, and your motivation letter. Print them out. Sign them with an actual pen.
scan them, and then upload them. You cannot submit them without a signature. Please, please do not forget this.
All right, we're almost at the finish line. You've got the info, you've got the plan. Now let's go over a few final tips to make sure your application is as strong as it can possibly be.
So you might get a little confused when you start looking up deadlines. Some websites say April, others say July. Let me make this super clear. Ignore all of them. The only deadline that matters is the one you find on the official website, scholarships.sk. That is your one and only source of truth. Generally, things kick off in March, but check the official portal for your specific deadline.
Okay, let's wrap it up with some quick do's and don'ts. Do start studying for that SAT as early as possible. Do write a motivation letter that's actually about you. And on the flip side, don't forget that print and sign step. I can't say it enough. Don't forget to check the official deadline, and whatever you do, don't wait until the last minute.
So there you have it. The opportunity is very real. The funding is incredible. And now you have a clear roadmap to follow. This could be your chance to build an amazing future for yourself, right in the heart of Europe. So the only question left to ask is, are you ready to get started?